Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Ace here, back at it again on the channel where we dive deep into mindset, personal development, and all things aimed at improving our lives. Today, we are breaking down one of the most influential self-help books out there, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. But to be more specific, Stephen Covey also created a deck of cards, 50 to be exact, and for those of us who don't like to read a lot or simply need a refresher, this video is for you. And even better, I picked the most impactful card for each habit and will give you the cliff notes. Whether you're looking to uplift your personal life, boost your career, or simply want to become a better version of yourself, these habits are foundational stones to achieving just that. So let's get into it. And to give you just a little bit of a heads up, the cards are broken down into the habit. So in this case, it would be proactive. And then the card has obviously a prompt, and it's take responsibility for your life, right? It has first the habit, and then secondly, it has the action we want to take. And lastly, it has a description on the back of the action we want to take. So I'm going to start with habit number 1. The first habit we're going to talk about today is be proactive. Being proactive isn't about blaming others. It's about taking responsibility for our own lives. You choose how you react to a situation. You have the power to be proactive and shape your own destiny. The most impactful card in this category, or the most impactful action, was take responsibility for your own life. So let me jump into that for a second. The card reads, highly proactive people don't blame circumstances, conditions, or conditioning for their behavior. Their behavior is a product of their own conscious choice. I feel like it'd be so easy to say, oh, it's our parents' fault that we are not as successful as we want to be, or our school system didn't teach us the right way. But that's not what successful people do. Successful people don't necessarily look at where they're coming from. And of course, you have a leg up if you've had loving, nurturing parents, if you had parents who came from wealth. But successful people take the situation and inventory of what they have, and then they look at ways to improve upon it. For example, I had a startup that failed. And after the failure of the startup, I was forced to work again, right? And I wanted to learn more about finances, so I started working for TD Ameritrade in a call center. That was probably the low point of my life in some ways, because being plugged into a phone queue with phones ringing all day, dealing with oftentimes disgruntled customers and financial advisors was very hard on me personally. I took it not as an opportunity to tell myself, oh, you had this job, you had a startup, you were successful at one point in time. I took it as an opportunity to learn. And I got my licenses, I learned the lingo, and it helped me to take my career to the next level. And with 1 year of being in the call center, I then became a financial consultant. And from there, my career progressed. And within a couple of short years, I was able to double my salary. So that's just like one little example of how I was proactive about managing a big setback and not blaming my life for it. All right, let's jump into habit number 2. I think habit number 2 is particularly impactful. It is begin with the end in mind. The most impactful action in this category is understand your ultimate destination. Now, what does it mean? Begin today with the image of the end of your life as your frame of reference by which everything else is examined. Each day then will contribute to the vision you have of your life as a whole. And I was thinking about a few things that were helpful to me. Ask yourself, what do you want to be known for? What do you want to get accomplished with this life? What kind of impact do you have? I feel like vision boarding can be a super helpful tool, because you can lay out the vision for your life, for maybe a year of your life. And if you're interested in learning more about this topic, I actually just recently did a video on vision boarding. So check out this link up here and you can learn how to vision board and create a roadmap for your life. All right, guys, thank you so much for having tuned in today. That was the first of a 3-part video series. about the 7 habits, or to be precise, the flashcards of the 7 habits of the highly effective people by Stephen Covey. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a note in the comments of what you think, what you want to tackle, what you want to work on next. And I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.